Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm kind of excited to be here today. I thought I would talk about something different, not necessarily new. I've talked about this on my channel before, but I used to do these videos on these pages early in my budgeting, probably about 2019, early 2020. And then I decided at some point last year to do the weekly check-in, which consisted of the calendar and this, and I wasn't showing this anymore. But I thought I'd come in and do this as a separate video. These are transaction logs for my spending categories. And so we're going to talk about why I use a transaction log for my spending categories. I only have 4 spending categories, so it's 4 sheets of paper, and how I use this with the rest of my budget. So, and the reason why I use these sheets still today, even though I have a weekly check-in and a calendar expense sheet. As you can see, this is my grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. And I've kind of set this one up, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But the reason I use, and the reason I still use this to this day, is because this is the most accurate way I have found to do to use spending categories without having to use cash or cash envelopes. If you don't like cash, you don't like cash envelopes, but you're trying to do it electronically and you're trying to figure out what's the best way to do it, yeah, you can use a short little log sheet and have that with you when you go, and you just write it down, and have little envelopes, and that's paperless, that's cashless. But this is my version of cashless cash envelopes. Basically, these are my transaction logs, and every day I sit down and I take a couple minutes to go pull up my bank on my app on my phone and go, what happened today? Did I spend money today? And then I go here and I write it down, and I can see the balance go down. And I even run this like a weekly check-in. So these numbers would match my weekly check-in numbers. So what I do is I put at the first of every week, which is on Friday, I will go ahead and put in a starting balance. It wouldn't start with anything, but I would do a starting balance. I say this is the budget amount and what the dates are for that budgeted amount and how much. And then for those days, I would log exactly what I spent. And it'll tell me to the penny what I have left in the spending categories. Now, this is not meant to match my bank account at all, because you have bills coming out, you have subscriptions coming out, you have unbudgeted items where maybe something broke in the house and you had to go replace it, and or you had a plumbing thing that happened, or all of a sudden it's spring and you got to get lawn and garden stuff, and you maybe not planned for it, but you went ahead and bought some stuff because you had the cash available in your buffer in your checking account. This is just spending categories only, and I love these sheets. They keep me accountable, and every time my husband gets paid or a new week starts, I give myself a new budget, I add to it, and then I start doing the transactions. Now you're going to see this month I am over budget in every category except for gasoline by the end of the month. That will be next week. So when the budget ends on next week, I'll do my closeout the last day of the month, which is 31st, which is in the middle of the week. But it'll be my weekly check-in, and it'll be my closeout for paycheck 3 all in one, maybe one video, or I might break it up in 2. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how easy it's going to be to close it all out. But as you can see, I have filled this entire page, and that's awesome. I have enough room for everything. So this month I went a little bit overboard on the spending because we had our stimulus check, so we had a little extra money there. And then some tax return money came in. So even though I did not increase the budgeted amounts I assigned for myself, but I did more spending, I'm just going to let it ride until the end of the month. I'm going to allow it to go over budget so I can see how much more I spent than what I planned. And that's fine by me because I know I have the money to do it. It's sitting in the checking account. It's fine. I know how much over budget it is. I can see the balance. We are good. So here's the grocery household. As you can see, I only have one line left here, and then I have to move on, and then I have no lines left here. I'm not going to total here because this is just going to carry over. So I'm going to do my total on another page. And these little sticky notes down here just remind me of what's next. You know, when I get to, actually, when I do my weekly check-in, which is going to be for tomorrow's video. I'm going to take that 130, I'm going to add that negative 77.68, and that is going to go ahead and offset the cost of what I've already spent and tell me how much I have left until the end of the month. More than likely we'll go over. That's fine. We're planning on it. It's not that big a deal. Grocery household, I have a lot over, just a lot over. And obviously I have $200 for next week budgeted, but guess what? I'm already $239.60 in the hole. And I have a HelloFresh that's going to come out, which on average is $63.28. So yeah, that's already over. I already know that. And then miscellaneous, yeah, that's way over. Mainly because I spent $202 on a new portrait Silhouette 3. And I used it yesterday. It's cutting well. I hope it sticks that way. If it does, I might start adding stickers back into my shop. I did it for February, sold a few of them, and had to take it back out because I could not keep the alignment on my Silhouette 2 portrait. So I got the upgrade, and we're going to see how that works. I will not need this $50 for gas, so that will probably be absorbed into the overages and these. And since gas does not take up a whole page, I have my categories written out here. So there are 5 lines with each, and any overages off these lines, like if we go out to eat again, which we will tomorrow, I'll come over here and do restaurant and just kind of keep continuing. I put BF right here. That's balance forward. So I'm going to take whatever the balance is and forward it here. Add in the amount I am budgeting, which is this 130 for restaurants, and then and keep the money moving over here. I should not need more than 5 because it's March 25th. There's 31 days. Don't plan to spend any more today, so I'll be closing out this budget and getting a video ready for Friday. But that's just kind of what I wanted to pop in and say, is there are so many ways to budget and track. And this is how I budget and track for spending categories. You can use cash envelopes for your spending categories. You can use transaction logs for your spending categories, and you just kind of keep track of it so you don't have to have all the things. But for a lot of people, having the cash envelopes, having physical cash in hand keeps them in check and keeps them in budget when they are spending money. And that, if that is something you need, something you like, something you want, then that's what you should do. I just don't tend to shop that way. I am extremely uncomfortable carrying cash. I have no idea why. Something about it, I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. So far, as you can see, I'm over budget. I'm going to be adding these totals in when I do my weekly check-in and starting for next week. Obviously, I'm going to be over budget for next week, which is okay. I'm just going to carry the numbers till the end of the month. But I had a question, and I wanted to ask you guys, what would you think if I started creating not just printables with transaction logs and stuff like that, but maybe printable cash envelopes with my monthly designs? If you have an opinion or a comment about it and would like something like that, please let me know. I would love to see what your thoughts are on that. I'm considering putting that in my shop and then showing that. I'm also considering putting together prop money to show this as a cash envelope as a separate video in addition to my other videos. I think that would be really good. I still have my faith videos that I do as well. But for right now, I'm just kind of talking about the budgeting. And also, is there other budget sheets that you like, but you would like for me to do and have the way I lay things out in my shop? Is there something that you would like tweaked or changed that would help you? I would love to know your thoughts on these designs, if there's something different that you would like or you would want. So just reach out, put in the comments down below. My email address is always in the description box. And just let me know what you think. And I can't wait to check in with you guys and see how your budget's doing and how your month of March is going. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.